What's up, ballers? We are back with a little switch up. So it's March. Obviously, since it's March, we got to get in on the March Madness. Today, we're going to be picking our bracket for the 2018 March Madness NCAA Tournament. I'm excited for this, guys. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually a pretty big college basketball fan. Before I was an NBA fan, I was really more of a college basketball fan. So I haven't been paying super close attention this year, but I usually do pretty well in these, so we're going to go ahead and hop into it. Drop a like if you haven't already. Hopping in, obviously, UVA is going to be a top contender this year. They have a super solid team. Tough for me to go against them. We got Creighton versus Kansas State. I legit know nothing about either of these teams, but I like the coach for Kansas State, so I'm going to go with that one. Next up, Kentucky versus Davison. So here's the thing. 12-5 upsets are the most common upset in the NCAA tournament. At least in regards to like, oh, I can't believe that happened. I really like the way that Davidson's been playing recently. And Kentucky has not been looking great. They have a super young team and not really one specific leader that they can like look to. So I'm going to take Davison over Kentucky. Might be a bold move. I really want to take Buffalo over Arizona as well with everything that's been going on with Arizona, but I think their big man is just going to be too much. I'm taking Arizona over Buffalo. Miami versus Loyola. I've actually heard that Loyola is picked to upset Miami specifically. So I'm going to take the upset in that one. We got Tennessee over Wright State. Never trust a team from a conference that you don't even know what conference it is. We're taking Texas over Nevada, and we're taking Cincinnati over Georgia State as much as I would like to take that 15-2 upset. We keep on moving. Xavier, obviously, I just can't bring myself to pick a 16-1 upset. Florida State, is Michael Porter good enough to lead them? I think he's going to step his game up in the tournament. OSU, I'm going to be partial towards Big Ten teams because I am a Michigan State fan. Then we got Gonzaga. Oh, I'm from North Carolina, and I never trust Gonzaga, but I didn't trust them last year, and they did so well in the tournament. I can't go against them 2 years in a row. We got to take Gonzaga. Then Houston said, I'm now realizing I know very little about these tournament teams. I really should have looked more. Okay, I guess we can look at each of these. RPI rank, yeah, that's RPI rank helps us pick that one pretty easily. That one's actually closer than I thought it was going to be. Florida State actually surprisingly low in RPI rank. To be as high as they are ranked, BPI rank, I don't know. I can go either way on either of these guys. Florida State does look like they're going to score, or they're going to outscore the other team. So it looks like Houston is actually ranked relatively low for their RPI and their BPI. Both of those pretty high. What about against the top 25, 3-2? Actually, San Diego State, pretty nice against the top 25. That's a little bit surprising. Better scoring, but their BPI and RPI are pretty low. I would still take Houston. I'm not going to look that much into the first round picks because in the end, the first round picks don't typically have that much of a bearing. Michigan looking hot coming into the tournament. We're take A&M and UNC, obviously. Don't think they deserve the 2 seed, but it is what it is. Next up, we got Villanova over here. I'm liking Colin Sexton right now. We're going to take Alabama over Virginia Tech. West Virginia's defense is going to be too good against Murray State. All right, I might take an upset here. Actually, Wichita State, I think they have a little bit of a slow spot in the season, but they look like they've started to pick it up. We're going to take Wichita State. Florida was looking rough as well, and St. Bonaventure, good RPI rank, not the best BPI rank. Against the top 25, they're 2-2. That's not bad. Florida's 5-3. That's a tough one. You know what? We're going to take the upset. St. Bonaventure over Florida. Then Texas Tech. Actually, Texas Tech has been pretty nice this season. We're going to have to take them easily over SF Austin. Then we got Butler versus Arkansas. I always like Butler in the tournament, so I'm probably going to end up taking them regardless of what this is telling me to do. Then we got Purdue also looking nice. I'm not really sure how they were ranked above Michigan State after Michigan State beat them and had a better record, but it is what it is. Then we got Kansas. For all my NC State friends, I gotta take NC State right there. Then we've got Clemson, New Mexico State. I don't really trust Clemson. Oh, wow. They got really good RPI rank despite a terrible record against the top 25. I need to adjust my headphones. They're tugging on my ears. I think I still got to take Clemson right there as much as I want to take that upset. Auburn, Charleston, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know who's going to win that one, so I'm going to go ahead and by default take TCU. Sparty all the way! So underranked at a 3 seed. I think Trae Young's going to step it up and Duke right there. So we're going to keep it moving. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. Let me make sure we got everything within view. We'll take UVA, obviously. Do we take the big upset? I don't think Arizona's going to beat UVA either way. So I'm going to pick the upset again. Davison making their way in the tournament. They're going to lose to UVA in the next round, but we'll give them a shot. Tennessee over Loyola, and no more upsets there. We're going to take Xavier. Decisions on that one. I always got to go. Big Ten over whatever conference. I think they're in like the WAC or something. I don't even remember. Michigan looking good. UNC looking good coming into the tournament. Let's see. Alabama. Villanova is pretty dang good. I'm going to take West Virginia over Wichita State. I think their defense is going to lock them down. Now let's look. St. Bonaventure versus Texas Tech. Similar RPI. Not very similar in their versus top 25, and their BPI is not even remotely similar. But regardless, I am going to take the upset once again with St. Bonaventure. Now I got to pick Purdue, obviously. Big Ten guy. Yeah, you know me. I'm tempted to take NC State over Kansas. Kansas has had some weak spots, but overall they're a solid team. So I've got to take Kansas in that matchup. Auburn versus Clemson. I know very little about either of these teams. Auburn's 2-0 versus top 25. Clemson's look pretty weak versus top 25. BPI, RPI, relatively the same. Because of that, I'm going to have to give the edge to Auburn. Obviously, Michigan State over TCU all day. And Duke. And we're going to have another Michigan State-Duke rematch, which I'm really going to look forward to, hopefully. Hopefully we get that rematch. Next up, we got to take UVA. Gotta take UVA. And then looking at this matchup, BPI, RPI. Wow, these are similar teams. Now, Cincinnati is not a high-scoring team, but they do have the better record. Ooh, decisions conference. Looks like Cincinnati was in the weaker conference. Oh my gosh! Oh, I can't take an SEC team. We're gonna take Cincinnati in that matchup. Let's see how these two are matching up against each other. Xavier actually really weak against the top 25. How do they have a 1 seed when they're 1 and 2 against the top 25? Okay, somebody's got to explain this to me. There's got to be an explanation. Who is their 1 win? Okay, they lost twice to Villanova. Okay, they beat Cincinnati. That's their 1 top 25 win. I'm trying to understand how they're a 1 seed. They have a worse record than Michigan State. They've only played 3 top 25 teams and lost to both of them. I don't understand. I'm taking OSU. I'm taking OSU in that matchup. I'm not sure how Xavier managed to be that high. If you guys want to explain to me that in the comments, their resume does not look nearly impressive enough to get what they got out of that. All right, so we got 2 teams that I would say are both overranked. Carolina's just been looking, they've been too hot recently. We're going to take Carolina over Michigan. Also, I don't really like Michigan all that much because I'm a Michigan State fan. Duh. Villanova versus West Virginia. Yeah, Villanova's just too nice. And then obviously, St. Bonaventure's trip is going to end there. We're going to have Kansas over Auburn because I don't trust Auburn. In the rematch, I'm taking Sparty all the way. Let's go. Michigan State moving on to the Elite Eight. I think that's the Elite Eight. Yes, it is. All right. I don't think anybody's taking down UVA. I think UVA is going all the way to the championship. So I'm taking UVA in that matchup. I think Carolina is going to take down OSU. Who do I have? Who's the one seed in that? Oh, yeah, OSU over Xavier. All right. All right. Let's look at this. So Michigan State actually, dang. I didn't realize they did that bad against top 25. Okay, now they're starting to make a little bit more sense to me, although they did take down Carolina. They took down Purdue as well. Two pretty impressive matchups. Their 4 losses were all against top 25 teams. 6 overall in BPI, though. Decisions. I mean, I feel like Kansas doesn't have enough to warrant them getting a win in my book. Let me see who their wins. So they beat Carolina, lost to Duke. Lost twice to Michigan, but lost to Ohio State. So most of both those losses came during a really rough spot for Michigan State. Other than that, I guess they didn't really have a super strong strength of schedule. But if you've seen them play, guys, they've got so much talent on their team. Okay, so they beat Kentucky, looking at Kansas. Won to Texas Tech, lost to Texas Tech. Beat TCU twice. Beat West Virginia 3 times. Wow, that's pretty good. I don't know, guys. I'm too big of a Michigan State fan to not take them. I'm too big of a Michigan State fan. All right, let's see. Whew. And I forgot to pick a winner up here. I gotta take Villanova. Gotta take Villanova. So, here we go. UVA versus Carolina. Carolina's hot. UVA is hotter. We got to take UVA all the way to the championship game. Oh, I want to take Michigan State, but I just don't know if I can do it. Villanova looking so strong. It's going to come down to how hot does Michigan State get. And I'll probably make a separate bracket where I've got them winning it all. But for the sake of me trying to get the most possible points, I think I've got to take Villanova in this one. I just don't think Michigan State can get past them. And then in the championship game, taking a look, guys, I don't think you can really pick against Virginia. I've got Virginia winning it all. We're going to say, what are their average scores? 67-87. Look at that discrepancy. I think Virginia is going to lock them down. I think they're going to drop 72. Virginia is going to drop 70. We'll gladly enter any sweepstakes that we've got, and we're going to submit our picks. So let me know, guys, on your picks. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. Let me know what you guys have got for your picks. I'm looking forward to watching March Madness this year. It's going to be a blast. So much fun every year. I always spend so much time watching it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you drop a like if you did, and I will see you guys next time.